Favorite 5. And welcome back to Favorite 5. I'm your host, Jack, and with me, as always, is young Rob Harper.
Hello.
And joining me today, Janet.
Hi.
And this Favorite 5 is going to be Favorite 5 Beatles songs. As a callback to one of our previous episodes, we discussed favorite music, and I think we raved on the Beatles so much that we had to make a special Beatles edition. And here it is. Enjoy. And so, for our Favorite 5, Top 5 Beatles songs, number 5. Rob?
Why do I always start?
What's your number 5?
Why do I always have to start?
It's because he's left-handed, and he looks to his left.
Ah, there's something psychological.
And you're always there.
My number 5 Beatles song is from 1968. It's off the White Album, and it is by Lennon, and it is Dear Prudence.
Oh, I like that song.
Dear Prudence.
Never heard of it.
Dear Prudence.
Dear Prudence.
It is written for Mia Farrow's sister while they were in India, because she refused. She was too into being meditative and not coming out to party.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that song. I even heard that story after the song.
There you go. Dear Prudence. I like that song.
I like it too.
Good.
Not bad.
I'm pretty sure all of us would be like, yeah, I like that one too.
Right.
Not bad.
It is the Beatles.
But top 5 though?
Yes, I like it a lot.
Oh.
Shut up, no judgments.
I was going to say, that surprises me to be on a top 5 list.
Well, maybe my
I
further
enjoy
ones
it,
will
but-
surprise you more.
Maybe. You got all saucy.
He says
there.
as he twisted his mustache.
That's right.
Okay, so Janet, what is your number 5 top 5 Beatles songs?
My number 5 is actually Happiness is a Warm Gun. Oh, there comes the judgment.
During the pre-show, we had some discussions.
It's a Lennon song.
But this is a judge-free zone. I'm not going to say anything.
It's also off the White Album.
It
The
is.
best Beatles album ever.
It is a fantastic song.
Sgt. Pepper's.
I can't say much more because I will have a Sgt. Pepper song, but yes. Why do you like Happiness in Warm Gun?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, when I sing along to it, I sing with my eyes closed.
It does
That's
have
sign
like
number 1.
it's got like a lot of different parts.
It does. And I don't know. I just think it's... I don't know. I like it. When I hear it, I like it.
Okay.
Well, that's all you have to say.
And my number 5 in the top 5 favorite Beatles songs, mine is Day Tripper.
I like Day Tripper.
Day Tripper. I think that's a fine addition to a top 5.
Lennon, another Lennon song. Day Tripper is 1965. Earlier.
Any particular reason why?
I like the cover that Typo Negative did of it. What?
Nothing. No judgments.
And once I had heard their take, I re-listened to the original and went, oh, I liked the song before, but there was more to it, and I just needed a little coaxing, someone to take my head and kind of just push my face back in its direction and go, just look a little longer. Just look. And I went, yeah, thank you for that.
Yep. It's a song about those who are not full-time drug users. Don't be a day tripper. Go full force. So it's very much you.
Yes, my rampant drug use, my well-known throughout.
That's right. You are a hardcore heroin user, so.
Yes, Speedballs.
Speedballs, everyone. Speedballs.
Yes, me. If I could be outside of the Viper Room doing the Funky Chicken, that's
You in Phoenix.
Yes, with Christina Applegate mocking me as it happens. Yeah.
Did that really happen?
Yes, that's the story.
I didn't know the Christina Applegate part.
You didn't hear that?
No.
It is fact. She saw River Phoenix in his
Dying, and she
death
laughed
throes.
at him?
She thought he was being funny, so she laid down beside him and started, look at me, I'm dying too.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just heard the part about
It's fact.
who was it in the
Al Jorgensen.
Al Jorgensen in The Office at the time was just fucking around, and John Depp's like, "Oh my god, the cops are coming!
Get out of here! Get out of here!" Because they were doing
And he's
blow
like,
off
"Whatever."
the desk. Yeah, good times. Good
Well,
times.
thanks for bringing that up in a Beatles show.
Right.
You asked.
That's true. I did ask.
You did ask. So, anyways, that is our top 5. Number 4 of your favorite top 5 favorite 5 Beatles songs.
My number 4 is Revolution Not Revolution number 1, not Revolution number 9. It's the single version, the Rocky version from Lennon, 1968. It's the, you know how it's the rock version.
Yes.
Revolution.
Not the album version.
Yeah. It's good because it's like rock. And the real version that we were listening to earlier, it's very twangy and very Beatles, early Beatles kind of. I think it's a turning point for the Beatles to become more heavy. And we were wondering why it wasn't the album version, but it ended up being too heavy.
Good song.
It is a good song.
Not bad. Pretty safe bet. Got a lot of
Revolution.
people. And Janet, what is your number 4 on your favorite 5 lists of Beatles songs?
My number 4 is the first, but not the last Harrison song to make my list, and that would be "While My Guitar Gently Weeps."
Classic.
Yeah.
I love it. It gives me so many feels.
Well, it's like the classic. And that was off of the White Album again.
Is it again?
Yes, you're a White Album girl. I thought I was a White Album girl. I mean...
Okay.
Oh, dear.
So that was a little insight into me and Rob on that one, on my number 4. So there you
White
go.
Album, but it is Harrison. That is probably his best. Well, obviously not in your opinion, but I think it's his best song.
It's definitely up there, and it's in my top. It's in my top 3 Harrison. So there you go.
It's true.
Yeah.
And you?
And me. My number 4 is Blackbird.
Blackbird,
Oh.
McCartney.
That's on my honorable mentions.
Well, because it is a good song, I do suspect that it is Rob's favorite.
No spoilers.
Okay, but yes, I do believe it is.
It is off, guess what album?
The White Album?
The White Album.
It's a great song.
It is the best album.
It's no Sgt. Pepper's, but it'll do. So I guess we've got an honorable mention here of it, and we have someone here who it's going to be his number 1. So
No, it's nowhere near my list.
so I think
So full of crap.
so what I think that's a good solid choice on my part, and I don't
And
think
it's
there's
great.
any conversation.
It's great.
Take those broken wings and fly. Yeah,
It is great. McCartney, I think, well, we'll get to it.
The recipe for a Blackbird is broken wings and sunken eyes. You just mash those together, and there you go, Blackbird.
Okay. My number 3 is a song off of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, 1967. It's a Lennon and McCartney joint. It's both of them. Because the song is half and half. It's A Day in the Life. Half the song is McCartney, it's not them being together, it's them being like, no, we'll just each write half a song.
A Day in the Life, that's
I love
obviously an honorable mention. That is...
Because it is 2 songs. And I love it.
Yeah.
Put my coat on, walk up the door. It's like, it's just a regular song and then it goes crazy.
Yeah, and all of a sudden someone's counting the holes that appear all over Blankenshire. Like, it's trippy.
It is a great Beatles song. It is my 3rd favorite one.
That's definitely an honorable mention for me. I do like that song.
It's a good song.
So, Janet, number 3. What's your number 3 favorite Beatles song?
My number 3, Hey Jude.
Yeah, tell the story.
Okay, so when my dad was in the army, he was in Germany during Vietnam, and when that would come on in the barracks, they would all start singing it together. And I don't know.
It didn't matter what race, the
didn't
black
matter
guys,
who
the
you
white
were.
guys, the
Yep.
poor
Everybody-
Southerners, everyone
in the barracks just started singing. Da, da,
Da,
da, da, da, da, da. Yeah. So, it means something that way, but it's also one of those songs that when you hear it, you can't help but feel uplifted.
And it was on no album. It wasn't an album. It was only a single.
It's a great song.
1968.
So there you go.
McCartney again.
Just broke out the white album.
Yeah, no
I
more
like
White
that.
Albums for you. Although it's the same year as the White Album.
That
So it's
White
the same-
Album-
But I broke out.
It's funny though. You think that wasn't on one of their albums. That was only a single. Like you think that song is probably
Right.
one of their most famous songs. Wasn't on as an album.
And
So,
it's,
Beatles are so strange that way. Like,
it's a fantastic, uplifting.
well, obviously it is an amazing song.
Mhm.
It would be on an honorable mention to my honorable mentions.
My number 3 favorite 5 Beatles songs, A Little Help from My Friends.
That's one of my honorable mentions too.
That is it's one of those songs that is...
With a little help from my friends, if I must say.
I was going to say that too,
well,
but that's okay.
Mr. Grimley,
Sgt. Pepper,
Yep.
McCartney song.
and that speaks to me. That's just...
it is that is a song that you like a lot of sing along songs. That's definitely a sing along song. Get by with a little help from my friends.
Yeah, but also the lyrics.
And then Joe Cocker covering it for Wonder Years kind of like gives it a.
He did.
It's the intro to Wonder Years.
Is it?
By Joe Cocker singing it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Which is why in Across the Universe, the movie, it was so great to see Joe Cocker cover a different Beatles song. When he covered Come Together.
Joe Cocker, is he even alive?
He's not anymore.
He passed away probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, recently. Yeah, I thought it was recently.
Yeah, but that's why it was great, because it's like, oh, you already covered one. It's a very famous cover of it because of Wonder Years.
Because he made it his own. That's one of those ones where he...
And then he did...
I never watched Wonder Years, and I can't even picture it.
And I really liked his cover of Come Together in Across the Universe, so...
You'll have to hear it. It's a good...
it's a very...
Interesting.
Good cover.
Almost a sad version of it.
Yeah.
Like
it's more like
the Beatles version.
I'm at the end of my life thinking back on my friendships kind of thing.
Yeah, whereas the Beatles version is like, hey, I'm with my friends. Like
we're having a good time right now.
Right now, in the moment.
Which is ironic since they probably weren't at the time. But
well,
that was the beginning of the end for them, actually.
Yeah,
they got a little
hot.
They got a little Yoko.
Well, yeah. I like I said earlier, some people would go back in time and kill Hitler. I would go back in time and kill Yoko.
Yeah, we discussed this. Would it be as good? Probably.
You said you'd go back and...
You get no wings then, no band on the run.
Stop yourself from selling comic books.
I would, yeah, actually.
But, yeah.
You would go kill Yoko, I'd stop myself selling comic books.
We would still get wings, though. Like, Band on the Run.
You think that would be a
Live
Beatles
and Let
song?
Die. Yeah.
Song?
Yeah, McCartney would be...
He was kind of controlling, so he probably would force himself onto...
No, but you get, Live and Let Die. You give that, and Lennon goes, okay, let me put my spectacles on. Oh, I still can't read it. Hum a couple bars, and then, we'll perform that. It's not like...
So would Imagine be a Beatles song too, then? Or do you need Yoko to get Imagine?
You get Imagine despite Yoko.
I think Imagine, but maybe some of the other songs.
If Imagine was playing and someone was burping...
When would you kill her? Before she met Lennon, or after?
As a child.
So then, you would get Revolution number 9 then?
I would reach up into her mother's womb
number 9?
And just pull out the fetus with my hands. Like,
wow, that's a little extreme. Does the mother deserve that? I don't think so.
Yeah, but once she saw what looked like pasta sauce and filth on my hands, she'd go, yeah, you did the right thing.
Okay, my number 2 is my earliest song from 1966, a McCartney song from Revolver, and that is Eleanor Rigby.
That's one of my honorable mentions too!
Wow, this is not on anybody's list. Eleanor Rigby is a sad, sad song.
I think it's one of the greatest storytelling songs. That and Penny Lane, I think they are just great. I don't know, you can follow the story. It's very descriptive and
it's McCartney.
And if you have a face in a jar by a door, that says something.
Yeah, sure does.
Why is everyone laughing?
Because you picked the weirdest parts of each song. So, Janet, what's your next song?
I don't. A, this is my show. I decide who goes next, and B, that's not the weirdest part of that song.
It's weird taken out of context when you just say, and if you keep your face in a jar by the door,
Okay, maybe
like,
my tone. Maybe
that's
my
weird.
tone. Maybe I said it factually as though it was okay. I can see that. So, Janet,
what's my number 2?
What is your number 2 favorite 5 Beatles songs?
So mine is Harrison. Here Comes the Sun.
Oh, here comes. That was that's a classic song.
Yeah,
it is. And my dad used to sing it to me when I was little, replacing the word darling with my nickname that I had as a child. And to this day, if I'm having a bad day...
What was your nickname as a child?
We don't need to share that.
Oh.
But it was 2 syllables. So it fit in the song. It's not like he had to like squeeze it in.
Here comes the sun, little bitch face. Here comes the sun.
My dad did not call me that.
1969 Abbey Road, by the way.
But to this day, when I'm having a bad day and I hear that song, it reminds me that winter doesn't last forever.
It does
Especially
not.
now. Well, this winter's been alright, though.
This one has. Yeah. Thanks, El Nino.
Hell, me.
It is a good song. Here Comes the Sun is a great song.
My number 2.
It actually means the Nino.
Thank you. Here Comes the Sun means the Nino.
No, that's a good. I don't know if you were even going George Harrison's songs. If Here Comes the Sun, I would put them.
See, I think.
You like While My Guitar Gently
Yeah,
better than
I think
that?
I like that.
Yeah.
I think Here Comes the Sun because of what it means for
Yeah,
me
yeah.
personally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think While My
That's
Guitar
always
Gently Weeps is just a phenomenal
great song. Yeah.
But Here Comes the Sun is not only a good song to me,
It has meaning. Yes.
personal.
That's of
Yeah.
course. There'll be an honorable mention. I'll have a whole story about that too.
Okay.
Well, my number 2 Beatles song, or our favorite 5 Beatles songs, "We Can Work It Out" by the Beatles.
Oh, but really?
In roughly the 60s.
Yeah.
From one of their albums.
Quite possibly written by Paul McCartney.
"We Can Work It Out" is a McCartney with Lennon, but yes, it's off of. It's a single. It's once again not off an album. 1965 though. I think that's the earliest song we've had so far.
Could be.
We're not really big like "I Wanna Hold Your Hand" kind of people.
No,
No.
I like the cover of "I Wanna Hold Your Hand" from Across the Universe, but that's just not my thing. Like,
Yeah, early Beatles maybe. Not
I
so
can
much.
see why it made them very popular, though.
But "We Can Work It Out" is actually, for being that early, is much a later song. Like it seems much like it should be in the White Album once again.
And yeah, and again, with a little help from my friends, and "We Can Work It Out," very much me. They're
That's your mottos to life.
yeah, I think so.
We can do it with a little help from our friends.
Yeah, I think that's my plucky go-getter spirit with my teamwork attitude and my a bit bootstrappy, but a little bit on the hey.
I like "We Can Work It Out." I didn't even think of that song. Now it's in my head,
Yeah, it's a good
and
song. It's a classic.
I'm digging that it's in my head. I like it.
Good. So that was our top 5 to number 2 songs, Beatles songs. We're going to take a small break, and then when we come back, number one Beatles song on our favorite 5. Well, hello. I think we should do it as sophisticated ladies. Ladies who enjoy some good, wholesome programming. Yes. And how do we support good, wholesome programming? By enunciating in British accents. And drinking with my pinky thusly. That is true. I'm sure you do. I'm so sure. We can have a tea party. A tea party. And what do we bring to tea parties? We bring mugs. And where do we get mugs? You're the one who knows the website. So to throw it to me like that would certainly sabotage. I wish I could find the Vinland Old Time Radio tea cozies.
That'd be pretty fucking awesome.
Excuse me, sir. This does not concern you. Move along.
Sorry, I was just I was delivering your tea. Sorry, sir or ma'am.
Were you delivering it from Noah's Arcade, perhaps?
No.
We were doing so well. cafepress.com/Vinland Old Time Radio. And welcome back to Favorite 5. I'm your host, Jack, and we are now discussing our top picks for favorite 5 Beatles songs. Young Rob Harper, Master Rob Harper, Esquire. What is your number 1 Beatles song?
Would you like to guess what it is, Jack?
Blackbird.
Like you guess who wrote it?
I would guess it was the Beatles.
It was Paul McCartney wrote that song, 1968, from the White Album. Blackbird is my number 1 song because it is amaze balls.
You are a Blackbird person.
I love that song.
I could tell. I knew that without
It's
question.
it's just so touching.
It very much is.
Some other of the episodes we've done, I've been like, I think Rob. I think maybe.
But the moment you knew this one, you Blackbird was number
Blackbird,
1.
yeah. Like you said, it is touching. It's touching like that uncle who doesn't know boundaries. It is.
Well, that really puts it in the wrong light.
Is that like the face in the jar by the door? Oh, okay.
He has to ask. Well, there you go, Blackbird. Number 1. Thanks for ruining it for me.
I know, right? Like, I used to like it.
No, it's a really good song.
It's a great song.
It's someone who's been wounded by possibly a spurned lover, or even just some sort of relationship gone bad. I like it. It's got some depth.
Yeah, and I think my favorite Beatles songs tend to be the more simple. Like, simple as far as, like, what it is as a song. I'm really not making any sense. But it's the lyrics, right? Like, so it's not this. Here
comes the Eggman. Right. Here comes the walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Is that?
It's not this like. It's not a grand musical composition. There's this simple poem set to music. Right?
I think that's most Beatles songs. Though. There's a few that aren't, but most of them are like that. They're like short and they get to the point. And that's a Beatles song,
and that's it.
That's what makes them so good.
When you're making 6 albums a year, you can't
pump mode. Yeah.
But yeah, that one's true poetry. Like, to me, it's
I agree.
Very much poetry.
Very nice, very nice. So, Janet, what is your number 1 Beatles song?
My number 1
that still gets to me every single time I hear it is Something.
Something? That's strange. What a choice.
Why is that strange?
Because of all the songs, that's a weird one.
Yeah, I every time I hear it,
and I can't off the top of my head even think of what song that is.
Something in the way.
You know.
She moves.
Oh, yeah.
Attracts me like no other love.
And who wrote that song?
Harrison!
You're a George Harrison person.
I am.
Abbey Road, 1969, so you're also like the later Beatles, too. Mm-hmm. Which I'm more the mid-late Beatles. I think we all are, really.
Except for I'm telling you, my honorable mentions, it's all Ringo all the time. I haven't said my number 1 yet, so.
No. But yeah, something is it's one of those songs that, as a woman, touches you the way like
that you wish Ryan Reynolds would touch you.
Yes, but Eric Clapton's.
That's what reminds me of that. But they're friends.
It does.
That's why it touches.
Right. It reminds me of that, and it touches you. Like, as a woman, it's stuff you want to hear, right? So there it is. Something.
It's funny that because they were friends and they really were similar.
Yeah.
Clapton.
My Guitar Gently Weeps sounds like...
Well, I think Clapton covered it, didn't he?
Yeah.
But even when George Harrison...
Oh, yeah. It
sounds like it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's... As a girl, that song says...
As a girl.
That song says everything I've ever wanted to hear from a person.
Well, now you know what your wedding song will be.
Yeah.
Yellow Submarine.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
So that leaves my number 1. My number 1 Beatles song is Yesterday.
That's one of my honorable mentions too.
I would think Yesterday, if I'm not, I would be surprised if that's not like the number 1 Beatles song ever, like voted by people. Like, that is huge.
I'm not breaking any boundaries.
McCartney again, Jack's mostly McCartney.
Mm-hmm.
Off of 1965's Help, so it's an early one.
I like my early McCartney.
But you were like the earlier stuff, but even then it wasn't that good. It wasn't 60s.
No, it wasn't.
But still, Yesterday is their like seminal work, I would say.
Easy. Let's keep this PG. So I'm not going to break any boundaries. Something like that. That's something that kind of left field.
Yeah, I was surprised about something.
But I fully admit that I'm probably in the majority there.
No, Yesterday's definitely one of my honorable mentions. It's probably the Beatles song that got me to listen to more Beatles. You know, I'm sure I'd heard it.
It was probably the most played Beatles song.
And when I heard that song, it was like, I gotta check these guys out. I gotta get
like most played good Beatles song.
Oh,
like I Want to Hold Your Hand or Twist and Shout or something like that.
Twist and Shout, Helter Skelter are both ones that you hear more so. But yeah, but I think it does show that we're basically fairly panty-wearing babies because Blackbird and Yesterday and something.
They're much more ballady.
Ballady and like have a tinge of sadness. I just kind of,
So Yesterday is definitely it speaks to the melodrama that I love.
Yeah, it speaks to my old curmudgeon-y self that one day will regret never having lived.
Nice.
On that bombshell, that's been our favorite. Oh.
We do honorable mentions. I got tons of.
We've already done 3 of my 4.
Okay.
I also honorable mention Rocky Raccoon because as a child I used to cry.
Tell that story.
Such a sad story. My dad's friend Joe the Fox
Joe Fox.
would sing Rocky Raccoon and play it on his guitar, and I was probably 3 or 4. I would just weep because the song is so sad because Rocky dies. So yes, Rocky
Oh,
Raccoon.
bless your little redhead heart.
Yep. And Helter Skelter, which I think you thought would be on my top 5, but it is a great song, but just missed out. Happiness is a Warm Gun, honorable mention. Jack hates it, but we like
I
it.
don't care for the song at all.
And one that's not mentioned,
You have to see Across the Universe for it to take on a whole new meaning. Because, like, Day Tripper for you, Across the Universe did for me for Happiness is a Warm Gun. After seeing that, I then went back and listened to the original and thought, God, this is great. It's a great song.
So maybe, and hear me out, maybe I will wrestle you into submission and make you take back everything you just said.
What?
he's going to beat you.
I'm just saying, if you watch Across the Universe...
My last honorable mention hasn't been mentioned yet. It's I Want You, She's So Heavy by Lennon. Abbey
What a
Road.
great song.
We haven't mentioned it, but it is a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else got any honorable mentions we haven't mentioned?
Honorable mentions we already talked about yesterday with my friends Eleanor Rigby. Let It Be.
Let It Be, we mentioned, yeah.
Yeah,
It is classic.
I love Let It Be.
It's pretty much the we're dead, the Beatles are no longer around, but
Yeah,
just accept it, people.
yeah. But you can, like, tear...
And Let It Be, we were just talking about the song that gets played the most.
That could be up there. Yeah.
Let It Be.
Yeah. But it's tear-inducing.
Yep.
For sure.
And Jack, your honorable mentions, as you said, was Ringo Heavy,
Pretty, yeah, I love, like, the Yellow Submarine, Octa's Garden,
Muppet
Sgt.
songs, as we like
Pepper's,
to call them.
Lonely Hearts Club Band, like, they will always, those are the songs that don't have specific meaning to me,
They just
but
put a
if it's,
smile on
but
your
if it's
face.
on the radio, I find myself singing along with and enjoying, so, like, they didn't speak to me personally, but I really do like them.
It is, they're fun.
Sgt.
They're definitely
Pepper
fun.
is the only album I own that isn't like an anthology or something like that. Like I like that out. It's fun to listen to.
It's a good album. It's got some good songs
Yeah.
for sure. Yellow
But
Submarine, maybe
the
not so
song,
much.
Sgt.
but-
Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band itself,
Yeah, it's a good
going
song.
straight into With My Friends, is like, this is perfect.
I remember when my parents were going out and I was a kid and they gave me my TV dinner, and usually it was Laurel and Hardy I'd watch, but one time it was on TV, Yellow Submarine, and I was watching...
Blew your mind.
Yeah, the Blue Meanie or whatever it
Yep,
is.
Blue Medium.
It was going on, and I was just like, oh, this is the colors and stuff. I was probably like children are basically,
Sponges.
sponges for that kind of thing. I absorbed it, and it had an effect on me.
Instead of taking LSD, you watched Yellow Submarine.
And it was far and away like something that I had never had any contact before. And it's just one of those things that resonated with me.
There you go.
Yes, so that's been our favorite 5 Beatles songs, and as we wrap it up, we always force one of the people to, but that is not a.
Well, yeah, it is because she's forcing you to watch Across the Universe, and I agree.
Yes.
I concur.
So there's nothing really we can force each other to. So on this one, we'll have to
Watch Across the Universe. It's not a bad movie, and it's got good songs.
Oh God, like the I Want to Hold Your Hand has never moved me like it does in that movie. Because otherwise it's just like, I want to hold your hand.
Yeah,
It sounds like
little
a
poppy.
dance song, and this is like, oh God, like secret love, making it like a yearning to hold their hand.
Jack, you have to watch Across the Universe. That is your...
Oh,
I'm the
and,
only person who actually does this when we suggest things, so...
That's not
and
true.
what's her name? Evan Rachel Wood? Rachel...
Yes.
The girl, when she covers Blackbird, it's poetry.
Okay.
And Blackbird was on your list. So
But maybe next time we will have something that we can force someone to do. Until next time, I've been Jack.
I'm Rob.
I'm Janet, who's going to make Jack watch Across the Universe.
And this has been Favorite 5. That is this edition of our Favorite 5. Favorite 5 has been brought to you by Vinland Old Time Radio Productions. Thank you for joining us. I've been your host, Jack. Thank you, and good night.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Rob.
Funny meeting you here.
In the studio, in front of the mic. It's uncanny.
It's not a regular occurrence anymore. Ever since Studio H got shut down for, well, things.
Violations. Health code violations. You know how it is.
Ever since that happened, it's not been as regular.
Speaking of regular, you regularly update your Twitter account.
I call it our Twitter account because it's Vinland OTR.
And what does that stand for, Rob?
Vinland Old Time Radio. That's this little podcast we do. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Have not.
That's funny because you record it. Oh, I didn't tell you were recording?
No, this is just me being me. Anyways, so if someone would want to follow your Twitter account...
Our Twitter account.
How would they do that?
At Vinland OTR.
Fantastic. And people who don't want to follow our Twitter account, who are on Twitter, you make baby Jesus cry. Live with that.
At Vinland OTR. 2 N's in Vinland. It's not Vineland, it's Vinland. If you can't spell, we don't want you.